And good afternoon, everyone. Glenyce Ewing here at the Tranquil Room for your Guidance with Glenyce segment today. Now, to start with, we're going to be talking about vibrational energy. And I've had a fairly busy week this week, and I just knew that my energy was getting a little bit of out of kilter. So I called up a friend and said, I need a healing. She has the most beautiful crystal bowls, and they're an Atlantic crystal bowl. Absolutely beautiful. And I actually had a session where I was just laying on the bed and she plays the crystal bowls around me. The vibrational energy of that was exactly what I needed, and I could feel it totally releasing all the energy that I had that wasn't working for my highest, best and good. So I was able to, from my feet all the way up through my torso and out through my head, I was able to release all this energy. And I just, anyone that's on here tonight, just think about what's happening with your vibrational energy. And it can be, if you're feeling quite stuck, it can be as simple as start clapping, just start clapping and really get some energy into that, or stand on your feet and then just start stomping. It's amazing how great that feels, because straight away it's releasing any of that energy that isn't working for you. Get out a drum and just start beating the drum. It doesn't have to be a specific beat. It can be just beating the drum, and it will just change the energy. Even in my studio here today, I've walked in and I've really had the drum going. It's been ricocheting off the walls here, just to make sure that for anyone that's receiving a reading from me today, that all that energy is released and that is, everything is for your highest, best and good. So I really recommend, if you're feeling a bit yuck, to just start looking at your energy, like really look within, and then start tapping the drum or clapping your hands, stomping your feet, even get a feather and be like Zorro and whoosh it through the air and just really change everything around. Or possibly one of my favourite energy clearers is laughter yoga, and it's laughing at nothing. Basically, you just start laughing. If you find that hard to do, jump on YouTube and type up baby laughter or baby giggles, because there will be babies there that'll just start giggling and you cannot help yourself, but you start laughing. And straight away it just lifts your energy, and you're going to have a more positive day. So if you're feeling a bit and oh woe me just at the moment, just take a deep breath and just start clapping, and it can start off quite soft and then really pound into it. But you will absolutely notice a huge difference in your whole energy. You'll actually notice the energy of people around you as well. It's like walking into a room and you just go, oh, good gee, I don't want to sit over in that corner because, the energy feels quite flat. And then you'll look over and you'll hear a lot of laughter, and straight away you're going to be guided to the laughter because that's where the energy is really upbeat. So, with this lockdown that we're all experiencing at the moment, for everyone that's on here, if you're in a lockdown with other people, just all of a sudden just start laughing over absolutely nothing. And I can guarantee you that if you start laughing, someone else will probably look at you at the start and go, what the hell, what are you doing? And then the more you laugh, then they'll start laughing, and then someone else will start laughing. Before you know it, the whole energy in that room has totally lifted up. It's like the veil is coming off over your eyes. So, there's a lot of importance in looking at your vibrational energy. So it's and I've always said this, what you project out is what's going to come back to you tenfold. So it's really important that you be upbeat, and it's really important that you look at what you're doing throughout the day. So if you're working from home, just to have a look around the energy that's in your room. Does it need a vibrational cleanse? So get your drum out, or quite often I'll even this is going to sound really funny, but I love the drumming of Phil Collins in the Air Tonight, where it goes do. So I get that and I put it on repeat and it ricochets off the walls. It changes the whole room. And and straight away I just feel great. And you can guarantee that as soon as I do that, the phone will start ringing, or I'll start receiving really positive emails, people wanting to book in, people sending me reviews that are all really, really positive. So I'm really wanting everyone to think about their vibrational energy. And the other thing also, though, is when you're stuck in a room, and with what we're all going through at the moment, I would really encourage everyone to make sure that you're opening up your windows and your doors. Get that airflow through. Like as soon as I'm finished here today, the windows will be open, the door will be open, the fan will be on, and it'll all be flat out, moving the energy around, clearing any spirits that may have come through. And I always brush down everything, wash down everything, to make sure that there is no negative energies left in this room. Every day I vacuum in here, whether it needs it or not, because it's just moving the energy, and it's moving things around. It's really good feng shui as well. So it's like bringing in the positive feeling, and you will guarantee as soon as you walk back into the room, you'll go, oh, God, that feels so good, and you actually want to be in the room. And I can guarantee nearly every psychic that is on here do exactly that. They brush themselves down, they sweep themselves down, they clear the room, they get some noise happening just to change the vibration, to release any spirits that may still be here. So it's really, really important to think about your vibrational energy. And if there's people around you everyone's got that one person that is, oh, woe me. They go right within, and it's, and they're not enjoyable to be around. You just know as soon as you see their phone number come up, you go, oh, God, here comes a whinge. Here's the one person that has to complain about everything. So as soon as you're feeling that, try and turn the conversation around and go, you know what, I just feel like dancing. I feel like pumping up the tunes, There are so many songs out there that everyone can relate to. I love Proud Mary. When Tina Turner is absolutely rocking that, and, her legs are up here, she is just phenomenal, and you cannot help but get into that vibrational energy. Everyone wants to be a part of that. So, the music is such a great way. Really get an upbeat, pumping tune that's going to, dance, movement. It will just totally clear the whole energy of your room, of your house, even around your front door. Just grab a drum, and it could even be like a saucepan and the wooden spoon, and just bang the energy right around that whole doorway. You're going to feel a massive shift around everything. It's so important. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk to everyone, just at the moment, a lot of people have been messaging about the archangels and what they actually do. So for every reading before I start, I always call in, the guides and the spirits and any archangels. Now, I really work with 7 archangels, or the main 7 archangels in particular, and they're Raphael, who is the angel of healing, and so important to be working, especially nowadays and with the COVID at the moment, is really call in Archangel Raphael, because he will help with everyone in the healing form. Now, Michael, Archangel Michael, he works with protection. Now, if you are looking at going in a different direction with your business, or you want to incorporate something within your business, or it doesn't need to be your business, it can be in regard to anything, I always call in Archangel Michael, because he actually smooths the road out. He's like the big steamroller, and any little speed humps that are on your road, he's going to smooth that out, okay? But he's also going to protect you and make sure that you are being guided in the right direction, that you're going in the right path, okay? Then I absolutely love Gabriel. Now, Archangel Gabriel is around your strength, and he looks at all the requests in regard to peace and justice and confidence. So if you're struggling with something just at the moment, and you just like your self-worth and your self-confidence or your self-esteem, if you're really struggling with that at the moment, I would highly encourage that you call in Archangel Gabriel, because he's going to actually allow you, like anyone that's going to court, bring Gabriel in. Bring him into that session with you, because he will bring the justice in for you, and he will do it on a really peaceful way that you will be able to walk out of court with an answer and positive direction on what you need to be doing. And you'll be able to do that in a really confident way. So that's Gabriel. He's beautiful. Then you've got Uriel. Now, Uriel is all around your creativity and the magic. So, again, if you want to step something up, if you've got this idea and you're just not sure how to make it happen, whether it be creative as in your hands and, art and craft as such, or it could be creating. I'm working with Uriel at the moment because I've got this phenomenal idea that I need to be doing. It's a step up with the Tranquil Room. It's like a massive step up. So I'm asking Uriel to come in and show me or work with me on the creativity side of it and to really bring the magic in. I'm doing a lot of feng shui at the moment and really working with Uriel and just getting creative. I've bounced a few ideas off a couple of people, and they've just gone, my God, where the hell do you get all this information from? And I go, it's just all in my head. It's all in my heart. I've just got to get it out on paper, and I've just got to make it happen. So it's a bit like watch this space. But Uriel will absolutely come forth, and he will help with the creativity. He'll bring the right people in for you for you to actually be totally supported, and you're going to feel not just his support but the support around, if hypothetically you're looking at buying a caravan park or a motel or a hotel and you want to change it, dress it up or include something into that, Uriel will actually allow you to tap into your subconscious mind and really draw on that creativity side and, just work with him. Because I can guarantee you, working with him, every time I work with Uriel, I get success, success, success. Okay, now, then one of the other, and I use Archangel Shamal a lot within my healings because he works with love and peace, and quite often Shamal is all about working with yourself, apologising to yourself. It's like, hypothetically, Glenyce has gone down this path and all of a sudden, 20 years later, she realises that was the wrong path to be on. So it's like sitting back and then giving old Glenyce, looking at young Glenyce and going, I'm really sorry. I should have supported you more in some of the decisions you were making. So Shamal actually brings that in, and he'll bring peace to things in your past that you really need to let go, okay? And I find working with him when I'm doing when I'm working with my clients and healing them, helping them to heal themselves. I'm a guide, and Shamal comes in and just allows, it's almost like this great big warm hug. It's really, really beautiful, and it makes my clients feel really safe so that they can address things from their past that are not all positive. We've all had trauma of some description in our past, and it's being able to allow my client to feel safe enough by working with Shamal that they can go back to that trauma and actually really feel the love and the peace and the healing. So important that they receive the healing, and Shamal's going to absolutely really help with that. Now, one of the other archangels that I work a lot with is Jophiel, who Jophiel works, he actually gives you the wisdom and the knowledge. And so, if you're feeling that you haven't got all the information, this is where working with Jophiel will actually bring you, I always say with knowledge comes wisdom, but it also works the other way. With wisdom comes knowledge. So really working with JPL will bring you the clarity that you need. And it could be as simple as, today I've got to drive from Albury down to Melbourne, and I want to make sure that the road's going to be clear. I want to make sure that there's no roadworks in the way or there's been no accidents. So it's making sure that I've got the knowledge before I go, which will give me the wisdom on working out what way to drive to Melbourne. Do I stay on the highway, or will I have to divert through another town and, get off the highway and then get back on? So, JPL, every time I'm in the car, I work with JPL and also Michael. So I've got the protection, but I've got JPL giving me the knowledge that I need to make sure that everything's going to be okay. All right. Then Sakil, Archangel Sakil is absolutely phenomenal. And I am always blown away whenever I work with Sakil, because Sakil works on forgiveness, compassion, and freedom. Again, Sakil, in every healing that I do, Sakil is always there. And, whether it be a distance healing, I always call in Archangel Sakil, as well as Shamal. I find that Sakil and Shamal work really, really well together. I'm really excited on how they work together, and you can see it. You can see it within your clients. So, when we're feeling hard done by, it's really important, and it's hard. It's really hard to do what I'm about to say. It's almost like you need to step out of your physical being and look at the other person's perspective. Now, I've had to do this with someone in my past, and I was only talking about this last Tuesday, and I had to step out of my own being and look at this other person's perspective. And the trauma he was throwing at me was because he was scared. He was scared of my strength. And what I've had to do, now this man passed over many, many, many years ago, and what I've had to do is send him some love, like even in spirit, I've had to send him love and give him the compassion that he needed, because he was just emotionally abusing me, you could say. And I don't want to go into details, but he caused my life to be absolute hell for a few years. And in the end, I just had to put a stop to it, and I actually left. And this is not in regard to a partner, it's in regard to a friend's father. He was just absolutely emotionally and mentally abusing me. So I had to work with Sakil to bring in that compassion, and that forgiveness, because when I did that, and when I was able to actually send this guy in spirit, I was actually able to send him in spirit, because that was when I finally felt safe to even acknowledge him. I was able to give him the compassion that he needed and the forgiveness that he needed, because by doing that, it gave me the freedom. I don't think about him anymore. Yes, he has come up here, but once I worked with Sakil and I actually looked at why he was looking at his perspective and why he felt he had to try and downgrade me constantly. And it was because I was able to find my voice. I used to call him on his crap, and he didn't like this. He was a father, and I used to look at him and go, you don't deserve to be a father. You really don't, So for me, I asked Sakil to come in, and I went, once he had passed over, and believe me, it's probably 15 years later that I was actually able to sit in this and go, okay, he physically and emotionally and mentally cannot hurt me. So that's when I worked with Sakil, and I was able to take that through and send the healing and the forgiveness. But I had to give myself forgiveness as well for staying where I was for so long. Once I forgave myself on that, it was like I was able to take the backpack off my shoulder. This weight had totally been lifted. It was phenomenal. So for me, it was just really all about releasing all that, because once I did that, I had so much freedom. It was incredible. So if you take nothing else out of today, I would highly recommend that if there is something in your past that just keeps raising its ugly head, two things: step away from it and look at it from the other person's perspective. Because when you can do that, it's just like, oh, okay, maybe I am encouraging them to be a little bit nastier to me because I'm actually stirring the pot. And I know I was doing that. The more he tried to attack me, the more I attacked him. And it was just toxic. It was just awful. However, but once I was able to get out of that situation, it was just incredible and the most empowering thing I've ever done, because I finally backed myself. And working with Sakil, he actually encouraged me to get the freedom by sending forgiveness. Incredible. So anyone that's doing any form of counselling work on a holistic level or any, healings, always bring in Sakil, always bring in Shamal, because there's love and peace, compassion, freedom and forgiveness. When you've got those 5 things in one session, powerful, incredibly honouring for your client, because your client, you'll see your client will walk in and their shoulders will be hunched over and, their head will be down. But when you've worked with Shamal and Sakil, it's amazing. They just, it's like they're 10 foot tall and they've got this backpack that's been chucked in the corner. They don't need that anymore. And, they've lifted the weight off themselves. So that's really, really beautiful. I'm just waiting to see if there's anyone else coming in. Okay, so there's someone online. I'm sorry, I've missed your name.
Day.
Dave?
Day, like daylight, day.
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks, darling. How can I help you today?
I would just love a general reading, and also I'd like to know more about my spirit guides.
Okay. I missed the very start of that, and I heard spirit guide at the end.
Oh, just mainly a general reading, and I would like to know who my spirit guides are.
Okay. All right, general reading. First of all, just take a deep breath in for me, Dave.
Okay.
Dave, this is incredible. Your spirit guide, I'm actually seeing, is a wolf at the moment. I've got a wolf at you, but there is also you've actually got 2, and I'm specifically looking at animal spirit guides just at the moment, okay? One is a wolf,
okay,
which is telling me that you are incredibly protected. The other one I've got coming is a bear, and it's like you are so loyal, darling. I'm just seeing that people absolutely come to you, and it's like they download everything on you because you are so open. You're the shoulder that people cry on, is what I'm saying. I'm seeing great big hugs, like those big bear hugs and comfort and support.
Yeah.
So working with the wolf is keeping you protected, but your other spirit guide is the bear, which is bringing in, there's a lot of love. So I would be working with those 2 spirit guides in particular. Also, Day, are you scared of the bear or are you scared of the wolf? I'm just feeling that there's one, either the bear or the wolf is actually making you want to step back, but just know that they are really, really protecting you. Now, the other thing I'm getting now is I'm just feeling that your heart needs a lot of love at the moment. I feel you need to be very working on yourself is what I'm saying. It's like you need to take time out from everything else around you and start working on yourself. the incident that happened around 3 or 4 years ago still is not fully addressed. You need to still be working on releasing anything from that. Okay, are you resonating with that?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I've been working on that for a while now.
Yeah, like I don't know if you heard the start of this. I was talking about working with Sakil, your forgiveness and compassion and freedom, because when you can forgive yourself for whatever the incident was, you are actually going to feel like you can finally release it and start moving forward. Honestly, I would be starting to wear a lot of pink or red. So pink is around a lot of self-love, or even green. Green is around self-love as well. Red is all about positivity and power. And I feel that there are days where, you need that warm hug. Work with your spirit animal of the bear, because you will feel that hug, but you'll feel the support around you as well. But in regard to the incident that happened 3 or 4 years ago, there still needs to be some finalisation on that. Is there a court case around that?
Well, there was an incident that I had an ex that went to jail, but we didn't go to court. I didn't go to court.
No, and that's okay, but I just feel you need to be really working on yourself, and you are a massive support for everyone, but I feel, Dave, that you've forgotten you, and I feel that you need to really start bringing back you and stepping out of the mud. I've got clearer waters coming for you. I just feel within 4 weeks there's going to be like this a massive epiphany that you're going to have, and it's like you finally shut the door and move forward. It's like the door's still open to your past and it keeps dragging you back. So I'm just feeling within 4 weeks you're actually going to find this incredible strength that you're actually going to stand up and shut the door on the past, and you are moving forward. I've got beautiful, like there's a golden road coming up towards you. I actually feel that you're either going, there's 2 things. I've got you learning, so I feel that there's going to be books and computers in front of you. I've got you learning like a new course, but I've also got you moving. Right. I've got boxes everywhere around you. So it's like you're packing up and you're about to move. But you're doing a course that's just going to absolutely support the move as well. I feel that the move's going to be in regard to your work.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying that there's an opportunity coming to you in a I'm just feeling that here it is again. There is an opportunity coming to you, but I actually feel you're going to be the support for someone else.